Hello everyone, welcome to LJ's Spurs chat. Hope everyone's well and in good health, and I hope you're not banging your head up against the wall. I see all YouTube and X or Twitter, whatever you call it, and Facebook, they're all going off the head. Just a quick one today. I thought I'd go live today, but a lot of people are getting fed up, so I won't really add to your misery. Thanks to Bear Plumbing, Heating and Tiling, they're the main sponsor of the show. Just thought I'd put that down there before I forget. If you live in the Sheffield area or anywhere near Hertfordshire, give the man a ring using that code and he'll give you a 10% discount. Anyway, Spurs fans, what is going on? Spurs 1, Leicester 2. Everyone's going out the head. I think that's the loudest I've heard it. The Levy Out. Levy Out chants there. Hello, Lee Jeff. Shalom. Yeah, I think that's the loudest I've heard it. So I don't know what he usually reacts, don't he, when he hears that. But so many people are banging on about Ange today. What's he supposed to do? Sarr weren't supposed to be playing. He wasn't fit. Richarlison wasn't supposed to be playing. He wasn't fit. Had a slight groin injury, but they played. The fans booed him when he made the subs. They didn't obviously know the situation. If you're still an Ange, you're a arsehole, to say the least, which is a bit unfair. When each other's fans start having a go at you and fighting amongst themselves, mate, I've got no time for that. We've all got our opinions, do you know what I mean? My opinion of today's game, I think I got it spot on, to be fair. I said we'll be okay in the first half, and we was okay. I see some people saying we were rubbish, but some people just seem to have a bit of a narrative. They was okay, considering they'd run themselves into the ground in the Europa League the other night. And then, as expected, they faded in the second half. And how much they faded. I didn't expect them to let in 2 goals in the first, 3 or 4 minutes. I thought they looked quite comfortable at the break, but they looked absolutely knackered, didn't they? Absolutely shattered. And the Levy chants became louder and louder. And when you look at it, whether you like Ange or not, I don't think this is a lot to do with just Ange, is it? It's the chairman, isn't it? We're 8 points away from relegation. Second most expensive tickets in Europe. We've dropped 11 points to the so-called relegation teams. Low wages, despite the revenue, what's coming in, and the revenue is colossal. Is the highest paid chairman in the Premier League, and yet there's no outfield signings in this window when we need it, when Ange needs it. So yeah, I think it's time to concentrate on Levy now. And he's not interested, or he needs to come out and say something, Spurs fans, because this is a joke. He's putting out now players that are injured or not 100%. He's come out today and said it again. He's got to be careful what he says, because obviously he don't want to lose his job, because he's a very proud man. The only criticism I've had of Ange is the fact that he, no matter what team he puts out or is forced to put out, he won't go defending. He won't try and make us hard to beat. He'll always go gung-ho, and I think that is his problem. But when it comes to Levy, he should either back him or sack him, and at the minute he's doing nothing. They're supposed to be in deep discussions with, is it Angel Gomez, who is a good player. I think he'd be a brilliant number 6 for us. Could also play in the number 8, but yeah, he's a good player. But he needs more than that. Ange needs more than that. Yeah, okay, a lot of people are saying Ange's out of his depth, and he might well be. But he's obviously not sacking him yet, unless something happens now. But he's obviously not sacking him up to this point. And those of you that are new to my channel know that I try and look on it of trying to be down the line, right? So if you're not sacking him, you've had a boardroom meeting, well, we're not going to sack him. You've got to back him then. Do you know what I mean? You've got to back him. And it ain't a case of him saying, well, you know, when we I don't want to sign players for your Ange, because as soon as your players are back from injury, you'll drop them. He needs 2 players in every position of a similar standard to make this high intensity so-called Ange will work. So why ain't Levy doing it? He needs to come out and say it. There's a cash flow problem. How can there be a cash flow problem when you've got £250 million buffer what you can spend? You just booked another thing, Eubank v Ben on April the 26th. You've got NFL 4 times a year. You've got the Skywalks. You've got the F1 or whatever you call it underneath. You've got revenues coming in from everywhere. Are you trying to spin too many plates to football and the hotel and all this other caper? You're making £6 million every home game, including tickets and your food and your burgers or whatever you call it. So come out, instead of just sitting there like a lob, Daniel Levy, come out and explain. If you have a cash flow problem, then I want you to come out and explain it. Ange doesn't seem to know if there's people coming in. He said there's none imminent. I think we've got a week. I think it's a week tomorrow. The transfer window closes. Even if you just get a couple on loan, just to help the squad. Once again, Pedro Porro was playing today. Once again, Kuvalevski was playing today. They looked absolutely knackered. But Spurs fans, the players are playing for the manager. There's so many out there saying that they're not, but they are. 1,000,000% they are. They're running themselves into the ground, and they've done it again today. So if they're going to give the manager a chance, then I think we should give him a chance. And I'm not saying before I get a load of insults that he's going to be the Messiah, because as I say, he does make mistakes. But you've got to stick with him. You've got to stick with him, because who else are you going to get? There's rumours today that there was meetings in December with that Algeri, and him and his family or agents, whatever, was a guest. I think that I've got it on here somewhere. I sent it to a couple of my mates. Let me just have a little look there. Someone posted it up earlier. I've got rid of it, I think. But yeah, because we are in trouble now. I mean, Everton are a point behind us now. Leicester are 7 points behind. And then Wolves are 8 points behind. And people were saying that we can't go down because the so-called relegation teams are so bad that they'll go down. Well, for Spurs fans, before today's games, Leicester was in the bottom 3. They've been replaced by Wolves. We've lost to Ipswich, and now we've lost to Leicester. So they ain't that bad, are they? Because we've lost to both of them. The only team that we beat is Southampton. And since their new manager has come in, I mean, their results haven't really been brilliant, but their performances have been a lot better. They should have beaten Man United at Old Trafford. Man United were well lucky that game. So I'm not even confident now, like I said the other week, of beating Southampton. We are in trouble. At the moment, there's a gap, but we've got a lot of fixtures, and I can't really see where the points are coming from. The players, if he doesn't back anyone in this window, we've absolutely had it. Absolutely had it. And I think I'm surprised he hasn't walked. I'm absolutely surprised that he hasn't walked. So who is to blame? Both. Ange for being not so defensive when we could be, and Levy for not spending, to be honest with you. We're in big trouble. We are in massive trouble. I don't know what you can do, Spurs fans. I really don't. I think maybe Levy's waiting until the cup competitions to wait and see if we go out of them, and then he's got an excuse. Because what normally happens is with Daniel Levy, if the heat gets on, he wouldn't like that today. When the heat's put on him, he says he's got a thick skin, but if 60,000 people or 30,000 out of them are shouting, "Get him out, what was he shouting? Get out of my club, Daniel Levy, get out of my club," etc. He won't like that. That must have been an awkward view of him today. But what he usually does, he will to deflect it off him, he'll sack Ange, right? So he might wait till after the cups, or even if he did it now, we could just say the normal rubbish. Thanks for Ange for all the effort he's put in that, but unfortunately, results aren't what we expected at this time. So I've had to sack him, and that will take the heat away from him for a minute while we're waiting to see who the new manager is. But this time of the season, who's going to want to come to Tottenham? Keep saying about the Bournemouth manager because he's doing a job just as well under the same circumstances as Ange, but he's not. He's got was it 9 injuries? I think he's got 9 injuries. The Bournemouth manager, but only 2 or 3 of them will get into the starting 11. So it's not quite the same. He is doing a good job, but why does he want to leave Bournemouth? He'll probably want to stay there and try and get Bournemouth into the Champions League. Imagine if he got Bournemouth in the Champions League, then he'd be able to demand a bit of a hefty salary. The other one that's being touted was it Marco Silva from Everton? Was it Everton? No, not Everton. Sorry, Fulham. Why do we want him for? He hasn't done anything wherever he's gone. Why are you going to want him for? There isn't anyone out there. There isn't anyone out there. And that, as I said, I touched on the Algeria thing earlier. You've just appointed an Italian in Conte, and Italians are all the same. So why would you go for Algeria with the most boringest football that you've ever seen? I think you've got to be careful what you wish for, Spurs fans. You know what I mean? If it was me, I'd wait. I would try, even if we was to end 4th from bottom, I would give Ange to the end of the season. As long as you can see that we're not going to go down, then I wouldn't sack him. I'd back him. I would back him, even if it's just with loan players, and then get your players back. And then if it doesn't work and you end, say, 4th from bottom, at least Daniel can say to him, look, we backed you as much as we could. We gave you time for your players to come back, and there's no improvement. Hopefully, there would be some improvement, but we don't know that. You're going to have to stick with what you got at the minute. Better the devil you know. Obviously, if it looks like you're going down, go down. But it's no good all this slagging everyone off and shouting at everyone and all that. But Daniel Levy ain't going to go nowhere. But it's good to voice your opinion. And I think wouldn't surprise me as if there's an announcement tonight. So I said he won't like that. No, I don't think there's any. Let's have a quick look in here. What I've got on my thing. No, there's no transfer news. What I think I've got yet. As I said, there's no Angel Gomez is the only one that's supposed to be quite deep into the discussions at the moment, as I said, and I think he would be a good addition. Apparently he wants to move to Spurs, so everything's looking good there. But obviously we're talking about Daniel Levy, who has cocked up so many transfers, we don't know. We're just going to have to wait and see on that one. But other than that, there's nothing coming in. So that's about it. It's not a long one today. I just thought I'd come on here and try and add a bit of sensibility to it, because there's too many nut jobs, as I call them, going absolutely off their head. You know what I mean? Sometimes you've got to sit down, Spurs fans, and that's why I started this channel, because I try and look at it from a sensible point of view. Obviously, I'm not happy, but I don't understand the argument with each other and shouting at each other, threatening. I mean, some bloke was on YouTube today on a channel and said that someone had got hold of his phone number somehow and was threatening him because his kid said something. I mean, come on, man. It's getting out of control. If you don't agree with someone, agree to disagree. Like some of the boys that come on my channel, we don't agree with everything. We just say that's your opinion. It's cushy, and just get on with it. If you're that against the opinions on the channel that you're on, get off the channel. Or if you own the channel, don't ask him to come back. Do you know what I mean? It's just, we're all supposed to be adults having a debate. You know, sometimes it can get heated, but, just have a laugh about it. Just say, oh, mate, you're talking shit, blah, 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 and just get on with it. We all want the same thing at the end of the day. We all want Spurs to be successful. We all want to see entertaining football. It's not happening at the minute. This is the painful rebuild. And people are saying before the painful rebuild, yeah, I'm up for the painful rebuild, but they obviously forgot about the painful bit. You know, let's just go through it, Spurs fans. Give the man to the end of the season. If he's not back, maybe he'll grow a pair and walk. Because I know I would. If I wasn't back to this window and I was Ange Postecoglou, I'd be kicking his door down, Levy's, and saying, look, you're not going to back me, I'm off. But then again, we don't know the ins and outs of what he was told when he signed, how much money was available, etc., etc. So, but I'm just asking, we should all come together and stop arguing. There's a lot of these channels there that are going off the head. I don't know if they do it for likes, subscribes, or whatever, but this is going to be a channel where we're sensible and have a laugh and a bit of a debate. Do you know what I mean? Who's that coming up here? Who's that? Oh, it's Big John. Hello, John.
Good evening, Lou.
I was just waffling on to myself there, just trying to explain the basically just thanks for joining me. But I was just basically just saying what this channel is about, and basically about all the other channels. Saying that they've all seemed to have got a narrative. They're arguing themselves. I don't know if you see what I just said, John, about that mush earlier on today on one of the other channels. He said that some geezer managed to ascertain his phone number and threatened death threats because his kids said something. I mean, that's mental, isn't it?
Yes, they're crazy, aren't they? What's that, all on YouTube, Lou? YouTube.
Yeah, I was just saying out there, basically just talking a little bit. It's not really much to say. I was just sort of talking about Ange and Levy, in my opinion. I'll always try and look on the middle, and I think we should just stick with him until it looks like, even if he finishes fourth from bottom, I'm saying, John, stick with him, especially if he ain't backed. You know, because you can't, no one's going to come in now. If it looks like they're going to go down, fair enough, sack him. But you're not going to get anyone in to turn this round. Not now.
You ain't going to get no one to come in and turn this round under Levy, are you?
No. And I was also basically saying this is going to be a channel where we have a laugh, we have a debate. If we don't agree with it, we'll just laugh it off, because I can't be dealing with these other ones what are arguing and swearing and muting. I don't get it. It'd be boring, wouldn't it? Do you know what I mean?
It's terrible how they're supposed to be Spurs channels, but in reality, they're like Arsenal channels, aren't they? They're like Spurs critics. They love to hate us.
It looks that way, yeah.
And they've got the narratives on them are so terrible. The big channels, especially, are. Do you know what? I fucking hate them all these big channels, to be honest with you, Lou. You know what I mean? I think they're all a bunch of merchant bankers. None of them's got a valid argument about nothing, have they? They like to blame the manager too early on in the game, and it's never the manager with Spurs, is it? It's always Levy.
It is.
I
mean, I don't know if you know, John, but today, Sarr, because Sarr was supposed to be a doubt, wasn't he? And you was like, okay, and but he had to start, and Richarlison had to start today, and he wasn't fit either. He had a bit of a groin problem.
Yeah.
But he wanted to take him off at half time. But Richarlison said, look, give me another 10 minutes, boss. Do you know what I mean? So they're playing for it, but this is what he's got to put up with. And my argument is, I'm not saying he's the Messiah or he is going to be the man. But if the players are still playing for him, then we've got to keep supporting him, because it's Levy what's the problem.
Yeah, you're bang on there, Luke. That's a good...
like your brilliant flag in the background says.
Profits before glory. Any cat, Levy Out. I've had enough of it all. The players are playing for him. I can't see the players not playing for him. They're playing their right out for him. So behind the scenes, he must be a proper good manager. He's.
When we was asked the other night, I was asked the other night anyway, what's going to happen on Sunday? I think you might remember me saying, John, I said, we'll play okay for the first half, and then the second half we'll be knackered. And that's exactly what happened, wasn't it? We both watched it, didn't we?
Yeah.
They were knackered. I mean, I didn't expect them to let in 2 goals in the first 4 minutes, but they were absolutely knackered.
Yeah, they was tired, weren't they? A few of the boys looked tired. Oh, I've got the tell. I am fuming with Porro.
You're fuming.
I proper fuming. He had 2 shots on goal, right, Lou, when he could have passed the ball.
Yeah.
You know, he could have passed the ball with one of them to Gray, and even Gray put his arms out to say, "Why didn't you pass to me, mate?"
Did you
Instead of
see one of them was that lovely little run. He jinked past about 3 players down the right part. And I thought, just bang it in, mate. And he hit the side netting, didn't he?
yeah.
Yeah. That free kick was good of his own, wasn't it, John?
Pardon?
That free kick what he took was good. That was unlucky, that.
Oh, mate, that was unlucky. You know, we hit the bar, didn't we, on that one?
Yeah. But
You know what I mean?
Leicester
I enjoyed that game, though, Lou.
Yeah, I thought when I was watching it, I was writing my notes down. I haven't really gone on about the game today because I thought there was more to it. It's all about, But I put in my notes there, I think it was about after, what's it got there, 15 minutes. I put both teams obviously lack on confidence, etc. They both seem to be deciding that attack is the best form of defence because they were both going for it, weren't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you can see why Leicester is struggling.
Yeah, definitely. You can see why Leicester are struggling.
And that's more worry because that's their first team.
Yeah. I was worried. I said on another live the other day, I was asking me questions, and I knew. I kept saying, Leicester, we're going to have trouble with him just because of that Vardy bastard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I jinxed it, didn't it? Because at half time I said to you, didn't I? I said, we've kept Vardy quite quiet.
Yeah.
And he scored after about a minute. Oh, I put the jinx on it, didn't I?
Oh, mate. Do you know what? I think a lot of the Spurs channels put a jinx on that. A lot of the other Spurs channels. You know, they put the mockers on us a lot, didn't they?
Well, as I said to you, you said to me, didn't you? You're a glutton for punishment, Lou. And I did. So I had a quick look to see what the reaction would be, even though I sort of knew. But I think you've got to look into it, a bit broader. You know what I mean? I mean, Levy's a problem. That Lang's a problem. You know, it's not all on Ange. A little bit is on Ange. Like today, though, if you've only got the 13 players or whatever, there's not really much you can do. My only argument is make it a bit more defensive, Ange, but he won't do it.
Yeah, I didn't see a problem with his tactics today.
Nah, they just went out there and done what they usually do.
Yeah.
They played it around a bit. I think I've got it in my notes here. I've got where is it? In the first half. Yeah, it's after 20 minutes. I put Spurs have settled down now. You know what I mean? Bergvall is always wanting the ball. Yeah, there's that bit I said there. Teams deciding attack best form of defence. Yeah, but yeah, Spurs have settled now. Good passing movements. Bergvall finding pockets of space, constantly demanding the ball. Yeah, and they was doing all right. It was doing all right.
It's just that last. Do you know what? I keep fucking coming back to Levy. I know it's horrible to keep coming back to a certain narrative of Levy, but if we would have got a proper striker in, or keeping Richarlison on for an extra 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and I just can't help but think we could have got that one goal in.
I don't know. When they took Richarlison off, there was boos. And I was sort of like, why is he taking him off? And I've got to admit, we didn't know it. I mean, he said that at half time, he'd done his groin.
Yeah.
But he wanted to take him off at half time. So he don't want to risk it, does he? Pulling the groin. But yeah, striker. And John, it's not a narrative, is it? If you're speaking the truth.
Yeah, that's the truth, Lou.
Yeah, you're saying, I don't want to keep going back to Levy. It's fact.
Yeah.
Fact, Levy is a massive problem here.
He is. Like I said the other day, what was it? 75% Levy, 25% Ange. Well, now I'm starting to see myself going 95% Levy and 5% Enoch. I'm starting to get behind the manager more because that poor bastard. It's like he's a scapegoat.
Yeah.
Everyone's abusing him on every channel. They're having a pop at him, but in reality, he ain't been given the tools for the job, has he?
No, he hasn't. I just can't believe it. If you're in such a massive situation, and when I see some Spurs fans, which I've probably seen about 5 today, John, and they're saying, I actually hope we go down, teach them a lesson. What kind of talk is that? Why would you want your own team to go down?
Yeah, I know that. My missus said that to me. She'd rather see relegation and Levy Out than anything else. And I thought to myself, I know she's talking like that, but
Yeah, but she's talking at that. She's probably talking at that from the heart.
yeah, she just
If
wants
they did
Levy
go
Out.
down, imagine if they did go down, she'd be gutted.
Yeah, she would be gutted.
If
But
they went down, John, sorry, go on, carry on.
if it meant Levy going, would we take relegation? Would you take relegation if Levy sold up and went?
No. Hi all, 6:45. Hello. No, I wouldn't take going down, John, because, and even if it meant Levy going, because it would probably bankrupt the club. Because of the organised debt it's got at the minute, we'd be in the shit. The amount of money what you would lose through relegation would be catastrophic.
Yeah. On a plus note though, we'd probably be able to afford the tickets for the game, Lou. They might go down a bit.
We might win a cup. We might win the championship, John.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, all the negativity. I thought I'll just come on here tonight for a little while, just try and put it out there and say that I'm going to be a channel, same as your channel, John, Johnny at Bethnal Green. Subscribe, everyone. But I thought you need a few more balanced channels out there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. There's not enough balance out there, is there? You know what I mean?
I try not to come on here straight after the game, John, because you would end up going off your nut.
Yeah. Do you know what? I've been going off my nut sometimes after a game. My missus likes to watch the old YouTube, and she chucks on some of these channels, Lou, and we both drive ourselves crazy. You know, I want to put my boxing gloves on, right, and and I want to put some of them in the ring with me. And I'm not even a boxer, but I'd like to fight them because
do a charity boxing match, John, off from out.
Oh, mate, you know what I mean?
No, I know what you're saying. I don't watch it that much anymore because I think what you said's right. It's a lot for clickbait and that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, when you look tonight, Lou, it's just pure clickbait, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I thought to myself, I even watched an ex-Friends channel, turned it on, and he's got a Man United bloke on there, slaughtering Spurs.
Well, you know what I mean? What bloke on there for?
Exactly, he's a Spurs channel. You know what I mean? What the fuck's that all about?
I don't know.
Yeah, they're crazy, aren't they? They're crazy.
So after today, then, John, where do you reckon we're going to end or finish? What's the crack for the rest of the season?
We've got a few. We've got 13 games left, 14 games left, Lou.
Yeah, there's no easy games either.
No.
And I think we'll go out of the Carabao Cup. I don't know about Thursday when we got to play in the Europa League, but because I just think this squad is hit a wall now, John, where they can play well for 45 minutes and then they're just dead on the feet. And game's 90 minutes. If you ain't going to get back, I think the season could fall apart.
Yeah.
But I would take us finishing fourth from bottom in a minute. I honestly would.
Yeah. Yeah, fourth from bottom and knocking that fucking Europa Cup in the bag. That would that'd suit me. Because at least we qualify for champions then, don't we? You know what I mean?
Blimey, imagine that. But we haven't got easy games, John.
No, I know that. I was looking through them earlier, Lou. I see Liverpool there, I see Brighton there, and I thought to myself, oh, mate, that's going to be some hard slog, isn't it?
Well, as I said earlier, before you come on, John, people were saying, look, don't worry, Spurs fans, you won't go down because there's 3 worse teams than you. Well, before today, before Wolves dropped into the relegation zone, Leicester were in it. They've just beat us at our place.
Yeah.
We lost to Ipswich as well. So that's the other one. And the way that Southampton have slightly improved, even though their results ain't brilliant, I wouldn't fancy us to beat them at their ground at the moment. I really wouldn't.
No, I know what you're saying.
Do you know what I mean? Our goal difference is like +9, so that's like another point.
Yeah.
But
isn't it?
I said to you the other day, I didn't expect us to win today, but I thought we'll get a draw, and at least they won't be able to close the gap. I didn't think we'd lose, John.
No, I didn't think we'd lose. Do you know what? My Sunday dinner got fucking fucked up. The only thing that come out good was my Yorkshire puddings, and I was in and out of that kitchen. Normally, I watch the game till the end. You know, my missus is the one walking out at 85 minutes. And it was me today walking out at 85 minutes. I was just praying. Every time I walked in that kitchen, I was praying I was going to run in and we was going to fucking get a goal back and it was going to be a draw. And then extra time would come and we're going to get another goal and it was going to be 3-2 and everything was going to be hunky-dory. And I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm not normally like that. I normally fucking sit there till the end of the game. But
yeah, I'm like, even if we lose with 4-0, it's like, I wouldn't go. I don't understand the fans that go home early. I used to go there and I used to just stay till the 95th or whatever minute.
yeah, I know what you're saying. Like, you want to get your money's worth, and at the same time, you want to support your club till the end of the time, don't you?
Like,
you know what I mean?
We're a glutton for punishment, John, aren't we?
But that Levy, mate, he's done us up like a kipper, hasn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Like, I'm on it tonight, so hopefully we'll get some things later.
What makes me fucking wild with the bloke is he said to us in the press, didn't he, just before Christmas, he's backing Ange.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
You know, and he hasn't backed him one bit. What we into the day, what do you call it, 20 or something, 23 of the 24th of the transfer window?
It's a week tomorrow, it closes.
Yeah, and it's naughty, isn't it?
Well, he said the stadium's going to be a game changer for us.
He's a big old liar, isn't he?
Someone else, look, what's he playing at? Yeah, I totally agree with you. Words are cheap. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Pete. Peter works in Peter's an ambulance driver in Australia. You know what I mean? So that's probably, what time is it over there? 6:35 a.m. Good morning, Pete. Thanks for fucking tuning in at 6:35, mate.
Yeah, come over here, Pete, and join. He might get a job at Tottenham at the moment. We could do it. Or ambulances, the way they're dropping.
You need someone to warm them backs and them legs up.
No, I ain't got much else to say, John, really, to be fair. You know what I mean? I'm not surprised, but I am gutted. But we move on to...
Who is the next game, Lou? Who have we got in the league next?
In the Europa League, isn't it?
Oh, Europa. What's that fucking... Oh, mate.
Let me have a look. What's going on here?
Oh, it begins with E, doesn't it?
It's not supposed to be an hard game, John. But every game at the moment is hard, ain't it, for us?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
He's not... Levy's giving Rod in everyone's back, hasn't he? You know what I mean?
I feel sorry for it. I'm surprised I haven't spoken now after the game, to be honest with you. Oh, we got Elfsberg.
That's it, Elfsberg.
And then we got Brentford away. They're good at home.
Yeah, they are.
And then we got the Liverpool game in the semi-final. And this makes you laugh, doesn't it? Right? Only a few days later, they got Villa. That's in the cup.
Yeah,
and all.
That's right.
Well, then we got home to Man United, away to Ipswich, home to City, home to Bournemouth. There's no easy games.
No, that Bournemouth's going to be an hard game, isn't it?
They're all hard games. They're actually all hard games. It's worrying, to be honest with you.
It is worrying, Lou.
It is. But we just got to pray now for the next 7 days countdown. I mean, God, I was a lot of cat on hot bricks last week, refreshing all the bloody feeds.
Yeah.
On anyone, because we've got, like I said, it's tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. I sat there after the game and went on X. And, oh my good God, I shouldn't have done that. You know what I mean?
They were going mad. They
was going absolutely crazy. And I can't understand Spurs supporters keep blaming the manager.
Yeah.
I can't believe the things that they're coming out with on that X, proper verbal abuse. And I'm thinking to myself, Jesus Christ, like, Levy ain't getting as much abuse as Ange is getting the verbal abuse. It's terrible.
The thing is, though, John, people like me and you will get called happy clappers and that. But we're not. We're just trying to, you know.
Oh, there's no happy clapping. I'm fuming. Don't get me wrong.
Just trying to look at the thing at me from what's
that?
I was at Nottingham when we played them. I can't believe they're fourth. Nah.
Yeah.
But they got spanked yesterday, didn't they?
Yeah, was it a 5-0 or something, wasn't it?
And apparently Bournemouth weren't that good for an hour, but they were just clinical.
Yeah. Do you know what? This clinical option, this is what we need at the...
Yeah, you're right there, John.
You know, we're not being clinical in that third half. I could see Ange's face. He was getting the ump.
Yeah.
I don't know what stream he was watching, Lou, but the stream I had on, I see Ange quite a lot for a change.
Yeah, I did. And I don't know what language it was in.
And my good God, I thought to myself, he's getting more and more of the ump with them front three in the midfield than anything else.
Yeah.
You know, I could see, and then he was getting, I don't know, he was getting freaked out at the referee at one point.
Yeah, because after 60 odd minutes, 65 minutes, every two seconds, Leicester players were going down to waste time.
Right, oh, that's why he had the ump. I thought it was shit ass, so he had the ump for.
Yeah, but I mean, they're more and more doing it now.
Yeah, they are, and it's getting terrible. That was terrible, the last 10 minutes of that. Every time I come in, they was on the floor. You know what I mean?
I'm not 100% sure, but I think the goalkeeper got a yellow card for time wasting.
Yeah, so it's changing the course of the game a lot of this shit assery now, isn't it? And
that's part and parcel of it. You just got to accept it.
Yeah, and I did think this PGMOL, the referee fucking federation. Yeah. I thought they were supposed to put supposed to put a stop to this. You know, it's not very nice, the football game at the minute, is it? With the referees and VAR and one rule for one rule for another. Don't get me onto that, Lou. We could go on that for about a fucking hour.
But VAR is the worstest thing what happened to football, in my opinion.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I think it was two Swedish clubs or two Swedish leagues have stopped VAR, haven't they now? Voted last week to stop the VAR in their football games. You know?
I'll tell you what annoys me, John. It's like they think we're robots. The players are robots because you might be that much of your knee offside.
Yeah.
For offside. I don't think that should be offside.
No, there was an offside today where Mickey Moore ran.
Yeah.
And he was only off. He must have been offside by a teeny little bit before he started his run. And the other geezers started to play him on. And I thought to myself, like, why don't you raise your flag before the offside so we all know it's offside instead of 20 seconds later? I'm not understanding this VAR. If it's supposed to be automated and you get it in it,
they play a whole thing. The geezer might knock it in the net and then they put it up straight away. But that's what they're told to do, apparently.
Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible.
I don't understand it. But the thing is, when these going back to the time wasting thing, the referee was doing this. I'm adding it on, mate. I'm adding it on.
Yeah.
The adding on of the minutes isn't the issue with me. It's the fact that, like today, we were trying to get back into the game, and when you drop, it ruins any momentum you get.
It does, yeah. The fluidity, the fluidity of the ball. We was just as we're getting into it, they drop to the floor. Just as you get into it, they drop to the floor.
It ruins your momentum. Don't get me wrong. If we done it, if we was doing it to the other team, we probably wouldn't be going on about it.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
But it's like diving. I don't like when I see our players dive.
No,
I generally don't like.
That's what gives me the up with a few of our players, like Maddison.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He falls to the floor, holds the back of his leg, waits till the other geezer gets the yellow card, and then he's back up. He's running about with a big smile on his face. I'm thinking, oh, come on, man. That's not the Spurs way, is it? You know what I mean? We never used to be like that.
Well, she might say the offside should be judged by the feet, not body. That's right, Pete. And I think they should. It's about time they brought in a rule where they said it's got to be a yard.
Yeah.
Or even half a yard. Do you know what I mean? But I'd say bollocks to it, man.
Yeah, because all this 6 inches, I watched the game. I don't know what game it was we played, but they judged us offside for a goal, and it must have been half an elbow. I think it was Solanke, and it was just half an elbow or something. And I thought to myself, like, that much of your elbow. They're not even looking at the feet. You know what I mean?
I see one with Son, and it was like half a toe.
Yeah, I'll see that one.
Ridiculous. Couple of seasons.
Do you know what? You couldn't make it up, could you? I
think they're not, as I said, they're not robots. Give it half a yard or a yard. Clear space.
Yeah.
Clear daylight. Why don't they just do that then? Clear daylight.
Yeah.
And then give it offside.
Yeah. Not even half a yard, Lou. Just a foot and a half.
Yeah, it's ruining the game. It's just, I'm only using that as an example, but because it's frustrating, isn't it? You can't really celebrate a goal now.
No. No, I've noticed that, and it's
You got to sit there and wait.
I feel sorry for every team when they celebrate a goal. Every team I feel sorry for. They celebrate a goal,
Except
and then yeah, except for the filth, and then sometimes it's like 3 minutes later. Everyone's standing about with their arms crossed, having a drink of water. Then it comes up. There's the line. The referee goes, all this bollocks, and you think so.
Make it too technical, aren't they?
Yeah, do you know what? They're changing the game. They're changing the game so they don't go without a job.
It's ruining it.
It is. It's ruined it. Yeah.
But well, we'll have to just plod on, John. I'm afraid. Are you doing a live this weekend, John?
I might go live. I was supposed to go live. I think about. I don't know what time I put, 8 or 9 o'clock. You know what I mean?
Off waiting, John, till after 10 because I know that's why I come on early because I know that the bigger ones are on between 8 now. Starting.
Yeah, I've had a little sleep, so I might do that. I might change my time and go live a bit later.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because I'm not going to do much more now on here. You can give me a shout if you want.
Yeah, I might do that. If I ain't smashed up my laptop with all the fucking narratives going about after watching them. Because I know I'm going to do it to myself in a minute. I'm going to go on YouTube. You know what I mean? Just to see, because I've not really been on YouTube to see
I did quickly.
The horrible narratives from the horrible.
I'll tell you now, John. It's all like he's got to go. He's got to go. That was what it was, and I'll just turn it off.
Do you know what? If you think Andrew's got to go, then that means you want Levy in the club, doesn't it? You want another rinse and repeat of the same old. We can't afford that, can we? We've got to stick behind the manager now as a protest itself.
Yeah, you're right. I mean? Yeah, there. That's what I said, Pete, just before you joined. Give him till the end of the season with his squad, because I'd be the first to sack Ange. That's what he's saying. That is exactly what I'm saying.
I'm more behind Ange now that we've lost today than I've ever been before.
Because you feel sorry for the bloke.
I'm not even feeling sorry for us. I'm feeling sorry for us as a fan base now and I'm feeling sorry for Ange and feeling sorry for everything about Spurs because of that bastard Levy.
Yeah,
I really am. You know what I mean? And I'm surprised a lot of these so-called football professional pundits and everything and these big YouTube channels, I'm surprised they can't see it. And they keep knocking the manager. Look, they wanted Conte out, they wanted Nuno out, they wanted Poch out at the end of the reign, didn't they?
At the end of the day, if you see the managers what we've had, you've had Odell, you've had Martin Yole, you've had Mourinho,
yep,
you've had Conte. I've probably missed out another good few, and they keep failing.
Yep,
the common denominator.
It's Levy, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know,
it doesn't matter if you're the best manager in the world. You could take, even if you're at the Sunday team level, right? You could take over a Sunday team. You could be the best manager in the world, right? You might take that little Sunday team, which is absolute pants, and get it up a couple of places up the league. But there'll only be a certain level what you can go to.
Yeah.
Before you'll need other players in,
yeah,
or a coach of a specific thing. And the managers have done well, haven't they? The biggest mistake what we made, or Levy made, but he never admit it, is sacking Poch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And you can tell, I'll tell you one more thing, John, before we go. You're having people on here what are saying, what are saying, why we need to get Poch back as an interim manager of Tottenham, because he could do that because he's doing the United States job, so he can come in interim. That says to me, you don't know what you're talking about. When he came to Tottenham, Pochettino, it took him ages to get us good.
Yeah, it did.
When he went to Chelsea, he only just started to improve them, and he got the sack.
Yeah.
So he's not the sort of person you want in as an interim.
Yeah.
You won't be able to do it quick enough.
No. I did see on X that they was talking about people would rather have Ryan Mason as the manager. And I thought to myself, now you're talking ball bags. What's he had? He's only ever managed 15 games, and I hate Ryan Mason with all my heart. You know, he sits there behind Ange. He don't even give Ange backup on when he's standing there.
No.
No, they don't even stand up. and they call themselves Yids.
At the end of the day, you're not really going to get enough time for anyone to come in now. If someone held a gun to my head and said, "Look, pick someone because he's going and we're going to have an interim," I'd be on the phone call away Redknapp again.
Yeah.
If I had to, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I had to pick, but I just want Ange to be given the chance.
Yeah.
To
It's a shame he's in retirement, isn't it? Because he would be.
Yeah, but he said that he would jump at the chance to come and help top them out. But what your mate said and what me said is true. If say by the mid-March, end of February, he's had all his players back, Ange, and we're still in the same position, then fair enough.
Yeah. Fair
enough. You're not doing your job. That's fair enough. Do you know what I mean? But
yeah.
When you can only play with the cards you're dealt with at the end of the day.
Yeah. We've been dealt a right shit hand, haven't we, the last 2 months now?
He's hardly got an hand, does he?
It's like playing Russian roulette and we keep pulling the fucking keep getting the fucking live round in the head, don't we?
Yeah. But I mean, today you had to when you have you ever heard of that in professional football? Never mind at Premier League level. I've had to play a couple of players today from the start that are injured.
Yeah, it's not. I've never heard that before. It's like
you wouldn't even do that at grassroots football, would you, John?
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't.
I feel sorry for them, I really do.
Right, one of the biggest problems with fans is they think top 4 is a trophy. 2nd, 4th, 6th, and 8th is also Rans.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah. But again, that's the generation thing, isn't it, I reckon? Yeah,
that's what I think we are dealing with. We're dealing with the YouTube generation, the under 35s, know nothings, want everything now. You know, they did want a painful rebuild. Well,
they don't want the painful bit, do they?
No. Now we've got the painful rebuild. We've got to take it on the chin, haven't we? Anyway, Luke, we do live to fight another day. We're not exactly at the bottom.
No. You know, listen, wouldn't it be fun if we could fast forward now and then this time next season we're challenging for the league under Ange?
Yeah.
I'd love to see what they're all saying then.
Yeah. Do you know what? That's a good point. That's a good point.
I mean, I've got me doubts of Ange, do you know what I mean? Because I think he's too open. But I just want to see give a fair crap at the whip because we're going through so many managers, man.
Yeah.
It's just mental.
Yeah, it's a fair crack. You're right. That's he needs a proper fair crack. He's not had a fair crack at the whip, has he, at all? No, you know, I'd like to see him be back properly. You know, I'd like to see the end of this window. I'd like to see that Levy think to himself after today, right, we better get on the case. We've got to sack that Lange. You know what I mean? Get onto Paratici, get a couple of fucking 4 dodgy signings.
You know? Yeah. Do you know what, though? He was good, wasn't he?
Paratici. Yeah, he weren't bad, was he?
Good. I think his ban's up soon, isn't it?
What was it, 20? Was it 24 months or 18 months or something?
I'm not sure, but he made some good signings, didn't he?
Yeah, he ain't stupid, that. But that Lange, where did he come from? Aston Villa? Yeah. He made some shit signings for them, didn't he?
Yeah, my mates have been a fan. He didn't like him.
No, I'm not a big fan of that Lange at all. And that other geezer, his name's Scott Munn. He's little mate.
What does he do?
I think he's I think he's technical football director sort of thing, isn't he? I don't know what they call his names now.
That's just a go-between between Ange and Levy, ain't it?
Yeah, you know what I mean?
But if you want to save a bit of money, then sack, you don't need someone to do that. They've got mobile phones.
That's it. You know what I mean? They're taking a lot out of the manager's hands, aren't they, Lou?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
All right, then, John. I'm going to say bonsoir.
Right.
You want me to go live later, give me a shout.
You don't, you, Lou?
And thanks, Pete, for coming on. I hope you have a good day at work. Good job you got there, mate.
Yep.
And I will see you, John, soon.
I'm going to go off and fume and have another cup of tea and 40 fags, I think. I ain't going to go on X. If I go on X, Lou, come round and knock me out, for fuck's sake.
No, because I'll be on it anyway. What's your man?
Adios. Come on, you